science class?
Okay.
Okay, so today we're going to discuss a new topic in science.
My pleasure.
And today we're going to talk about simple machines. So have you
Sure.
have you encountered simple machines before?
Mm, no.
No?
No.
Are you sure? What do you mean by
Yeah, I'm not
simple? What is simple?
easy.
Easy. Right? So we're going to talk about um machines that are just basic, not hard machines.
And what is the hard machine?
Right. So simple machines are basic mechanical devices for applying force and doing work. So more complex machines are made up of a bunch of simple machines. So there are also like very difficult or complex machines which came from simple machines. So there are 6 basic types of simple machines. Let's know about them. What are those basic types? So first you have the lever. Okay, so the lever is made up of straight rigid objects like boards or a bar with pivots on turning point called a fulcrum. So this is a fulcrum. So on. So in the lever you can see the fulcrum right here in the middle. This one, right here. Okay. So the levers makes the work easier by using leverage, which multiplies the force. So when you use a lever, you move a smaller force for a long distance in order to lift crowbars and tweezers. So one of example that have fulcrum is the wheelbarrow right here. Can you see it? Can you see the picture?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's right here. And then it's also right here. This one. So these are one of the examples of a lever with simple machine. So you have the wheelbarrow and the construction equipment, right? It makes our work easier. Next, the second machine is what we call the wheel and axle.
Oh yeah, the one picks up water, teacher, and grabs
Yes.
it and farmer and drink it.
Exactly. Okay, so the wheel and axle is another example of machine. It uses a wheel with a rod attached in the middle as an axle to help it lift or move loads. In some cases, this machine works like a lever to multiply force. Example, you have doorknob or a fishing reel. In other cases, it is used to move objects easier, such as wheels on a bicycle. So you have here, example, this one. Can you see this? So when you turn it, this pail will go down and fetch water in the well. So you have here, this one right here. So when you turn it, this one, the rope will go down. Okay?
But that's the well ran out of water.
And what? There's a handle of that.
Lever.
Lever. Like this, teacher. This right. This is
Yes,
the wheel.
the wheel and axle, yeah. You can also like see the wheel and axle in fishing reel. And doorknob.
Teacher Diana, do you
Yeah.
know that this is how that works? You spin it it goes like down.
Yes.
You spin it again. Go up.
Mm-mm.
If you want, you gotta drink it. And then you overswim, you gotta drink it again. If you want to get
Right.
that.
Okay, next. Let's go to the third one. So the third one is what we call the pulley. A pulley is a type of simple machine that uses a wheel with a groove in it and a rope. So the rope fits into the groove and one end of the rope goes around the load. So you pull the other end and the pulley helps you to move the load or change direction of the force. So take a look at here, right? So this one, when you pull this one, when you pull it down, this one will go up and the other one will go down. Okay, so that's what they call pulley. So one example of it is the raising of the flag in the pool. So when you actually try to
Yeah.
pull it down, the flag will go up, right? Will go on top of the pool. It's like that. Or
Yeah.
the window blinds. Do you guys have window blinds at home?
No, I don't have window blinds, but I have window blinds in my old condo before.
Don't have.
If you have window blinds, it's like also pulling window blinds. So the window blinds will
Only
go
my
up.
friend's house.
Mm.
I don't
But
know what
when you
window
open the
blinds are.
window blinds, you need to
heard of
push down.
Mm-mm. You need to pull it down, right? Okay, so next, another machine.
How about the window cleaner? You just press the button and then you...
Next, we have the inclined plane. Here.
Oh, the incline. Like teacher, you are. You are
Like-
struggling to.
Yes, okay, so you have inclined plane is a flat surface with one end higher than the other. This allows for heavy objects to slide up to a higher point rather than lifting them. So it is generally easier to slide something than to lift it. So you have here, this one is very heavy. So instead of carrying them, they just roll it over using the inclined plane. So the heavy object will be lifted. Okay, will go to the higher point instead of lifting them. Can you see it?
I can see.
Okay. Right, so example as well is the ramp. We all know that those people who are using wheelchair, they can't go upstairs, right? They can't use stairs to go to the second floor. So they use ramp to go to the second floor. Have you seen ramp before? In buildings? In malls? No?
No, only stairs and some elevator and thingies.
Oh,
Those stairs thing for moving.
the ramp is what you can see in the mall. Like this, ba? It's like this.
I
Pure.
don't know if I've seen a ramp in the mall.
I think you've seen ramp before, oy. You just you just forgot, I guess. But if you haven't seen ramp before, I'm gonna show you then later, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so one example of inclined plane or ramp. Okay, ramps. Next, let's have the fifth simple machine, which is the wedge. Okay, so if you put two inclined planes back to back, you get a wedge. So this is one example of the wedge.
It's like an axe.
A wedge is a simple machine used to push two objects apart. So wedge is used to push two objects apart. So this is the two objects, they are intact. Like this, they are intact. But because of the use of the wedge, they became two instead of being one, right? One example of it, you have knives, chisels, and axe. Okay, so axe.
Teacher, chisels are like sharp things, right?
Huh?
Chisels are sharp things, right? Chisels.
Yes. They're actually sharp objects.
Chisel.
Okay, so again, wedge. Example of it are sharp objects that can cut
Teacher,
two.
how about the size, teacher? Size.
Huh?
The size. The size. Is it a wedge like the size?
What do you mean by
Very-
sight?
Size. The one that weapon. You have a handle and there's one edge. Like the Green Reaper's weapon. The Green Reaper's weapon.
Oh, okay. You mean the sharp object that Grim Reaper was holding?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
wedge. Is it a wedge? Wedge.
If it can cut into two, it's a wedge. Of course it is. Okay. All right, next. Let's have screw. Okay,
What?
so a screw is a special kind of inclined plane. It's basically an inclined plane wrapped around a pole. So screws can be used to lift things or to hold them together. So you
Yeah,
have it here.
Oh,
House, like our house teacher, there are screws, like our, you know, the one that you plug in your charger door. Screws in there.
Okay, so
and there's
examples
also
of screws,
screws.
simple machine
Oh,
include.
yeah. There's also screws in your cabinet.
Yeah, so those are the screw is also part of the simple machine, right? Okay, so you have example jar lids and other screws. So those are the different types of simple machines, right? So you have the fulcrum.
The
fulcrum,
levers.
example of fulcrum, the wheelbarrow, and the construction equipment.
Okay, fulcrum, remember it.
What are the other examples of lever?
Crane. The crane, teacher, the crane. The crane.
The crane.
Well,
Like you want to dig. There's like this. There's already like gravel and you put it and you put some water in it to make cement. What's again? What's that in our house again? Cinnamon.
Huh? Okay, so another example of lever is the seesaw.
I thought it was the crane. It looks like the crane, but it isn't. Crane. Oh yeah, the seesaw.
Okay, so another example of that is the seesaw. Next, you also have scissors. Okay, that also is under lever. Next, you have another one.
the wheel and axle.
Wheel and axle. Can you give an example for the second machine, the wheel and axle? Example.
Yeah, teacher. That is, that I saw that you can use it for fishing. Like you use like for the crabs, you use like a net, and then you put it like the barrel. So you, when there's a pinch, you if it's heavy, you gotta roll it so there because there's many fish and you go out on.
Okay. So you have fishing reel. Then another example of it is bicycle. What else?
Doorknob.
Doorknob. What else? Car. Right?
The car.
The car. What else?
For the, how about the puller for the, the
How about a boat?
the one that in the this with this one this
Do you mean bowl?
when you put like things in the table, teacher, there's like a table, right?
Okay, you have okay the machines under wheel and axle. You have doorknob, fishing reel,
How about electric fan? Electric fan.
bicycle. You also have car. Okay, those are some of the examples, right?
How about the the electric fan?
The electric fan.
Yeah.
Will something go up in it?
No. Goes out air.
Can be a fan because it provides air, right? Every time it turns around. Okay, so those are examples.
Around.
Also, the shower, the one that you turn on.
Yeah. A sprinkler. A sprinkler.
Okay, those are the examples. Next, pulley.
I thought it was a punching bag.
So what are the examples of pulley?
Blinds.
You have blinders, window blinds. What else?
Raising my hand, teacher. I want to answer.
What is it?
Crane, flag, post, and window blinds. Those are my 4 answers.
Just right there on the screen.
Okay, so you have pulley examples. You have window blinds, cranes, flags, poles. It's in the example.
Did I got it right?
Yes. Okay, next, another one you have is the inclined plane. Okay, so the inclined plane, example, you have the ramps. What else can you give?
The ramp for the cars, teacher. The ramp for the cars. Okay. There's fire in there, and then you and you go to the fire. You're like, yeah, the motor, but there's a fire, the circle fire, and then there's like a
Params for slides.
Okay, so anything that looks like this is an inclined
for the
plane.
slides.
The ramps, the slides. What else?
like the ramp. There's a fire in the motor. Fire light.
The skateboarding areas or skateboarding ring.
There's
When you
fire,
do the
teacher.
skateboarding.
Yeah, how about how about like from the motorcycle? There's fire with like that. It's circles can go and then.
Okay, another. Zach, listen, Zach. So another example of the inclined plane you also have the ramps, you have the slides, you have the skateboard ramp, you also have the hill and the folding ladder. Okay, those are examples of the inclined plane. Right, another one. Let's have the wedge. What are the other examples of wedge?
Side.
Okay, so you have other examples of wedge.
Size.
You have axe. What
Size.
else?
Size.
What else?
Size.
Knife.
Scissors.
And then you also have zipper. Another one is what
The
else?
zipper for
Okay, you also have scissors, right? Can also cut the objects into two. Because it's sharp. And also stopper, right? The stopper. Stopper is when you put on the door to make it stop. Okay, next you have the screw. So these are the examples. Simple machine like swivel chairs, jar lids, and screws, right? So those are the different types of simple machines. Now, do you have any questions about them?
No.
No?
No, teacher.
Are you sure you don't have any questions?
I have a question. I have a question.
What is it, Zach? Is it related to the lesson?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the little thingy, but that one you like the bucket, and then you do that. How does it get water? How does it get water? How does it get water without spilling water?
How do I get water without spilling it?
No, the little machine, but the one
Using the bucket?
Yeah, using the bucket. How does it use how does it get there like the water?
Oh, okay. So you can actually get a water using the bucket, using the pail, because once the bucket touch the water in the well, the water automatically get into the bucket.
Oh.
And the bucket will go down, it will sink. So once it's heavy, you can then start pulling the bucket up. Okay, so that's
But what
it.
if the rope breaks?
Huh?
But what if the rope breaks? It will just stay there forever.
Yes. Okay, so that's it. And another questions? Anyone have questions?
No.
No more?
But what if the well runs out of water? How can I get water back?
The well, sometimes it runs out of water if there is a drought. But if it's not, then I don't think the well will run out of water. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So that's it for our science class. Let's say goodbye now. Goodbye,
Bye-bye.
everyone. And we'll
Bye-bye.
see each other later. Okay?
Bye-bye. Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
goodbye.
Bye. Bye. That's good.